So let's go and process some BEEFLEX data now. So my BEEFLEX is loaded and copied onto my C drive, Beemobile BEEFLEX over here. We'll just fire up the program. And because we loaded the whole project with a trajectory, the config INI file and the actual scan file into one folder, I'll go into select folder. And right here, this is where, let's go up a little bit. So I put them in the bridge projects folder. So we'll go here and we will just enter this folder. Nothing else needs to be done. I am in the folder which doesn't show you, but this is the folder that contains the other files that we copied in here. So we'll hit select folder, and if everything's correct, your software or BEEFLEX should recognize that there is data that it can actually process. And I'm going to hit import. That way it's now looking at those 3 files that you copied from POSPac, combining them with the config INI, and then matching the actual time tags to the scan that you also copied from an SD card over there, and that's the one that we're seeing over here. This, depending on the size of your project and the amount of data that you actually capture, that the resolution may take a couple of minutes, so we'll just hang out over here and wait for it to finish. Alright, as you can see, it seems to have processed. It is the bridge. It's not a different bridge, so I'm happy that it seems to have found the location of where we actually ran this project. You can see that it kind of tracks over top of the bridge and back down, and then come around, back down again. So this looks like it's this was worth the actual time that we spent on scanning. This much time was, I guess, while the car was still stationary and I got in the car and started it and then started moving. So this data is kind of irrelevant, just as well as this data over here. So in BEEFLEX, what I like to do is kind of select where I start moving. So we'll select here, kind of just drag with my left mouse button depressed all the way until I notice that there's some kind of motion, so maybe right here. And of course you can do subsets, you don't have to do the whole thing, but selecting this allows me to now not create an LAS. I like to create an LAS, so we'll go here. Again, this is me, I like to actually call this bridge 05-15-2020A as the name of the LIS file that will be saved here. So we'll hit this, and then once again we'll just hit start and take it away once it's finished. And yeah, well, there's one more thing, just have to hit proceed over here, so go. Okay, we are finished, which means if I close this and I go into the bridge projects folder, I should have, that's my original FLS file, but in here I should have my LAS file. It's a big one because again, it was a relatively large project, but it's a almost 6 GB file that I should be able to now open in whatever lets you open LAS files. So this would be it. Next we'll see it in recap.